can actually make phone calls. So we'll go over here, we'll click on phone, click on our dialer. At home with Lucas here. So today we're going to be talking about the Garmin Venu X1 GPS smartwatch. Yes, people, I found myself going down the Garmin rabbit hole where I'm slowly buying more and more expensive smartwatches. I actually just purchased the 265 Forerunner, which I haven't done a review on yet, but that'll come very soon. Now I'm on to the Venu X1, and the main reason I bought this smartwatch is it boasts that it's going to be the most comfortable on your wrist because it's so thin. So this is supposedly one of the thinnest smartwatches out there, next to like the Apple Watch or something, but basically it's super thin and it's large, and my wrist is super sensitive. So if I put a watch on it for too long that doesn't have the right balance to it and is a little bit too chunky, it's going to cause my wrist to freak out. So I'm hoping this one has the best wrist feel out there. So this thing has, check it out, a Super AMOLED display. Yes, vibrant colors and dark blacks. Perfect for outdoor running. So I am a runner. I absolutely love running, and I absolutely love my Garmin watches because I can look down and within a matter of seconds, I can see where my heart rate is, where my pace is, how long I've been running. It is absolutely amazing what these watches do. And this one being bigger than any Garmin I've ever worn means I should have zero problem with visibility, which is absolutely amazing. So this thing has all the standard Garmin stuff built into it, plus a few tricks up its sleeve. It actually has a flashlight on it, believe it or not. Yes, it has a flashlight that can change brightness and it can turn red. Yes. So this thing has a bunch of tech inside of it. It has a big battery, which is supposedly gonna last you for multiple days without charging it. And this thing has GPS built in, plus the ability to load songs straight from Spotify. So this will actually be the first watch I've ever paired up my Bluetooth earbuds to, left my phone at home, and gone for a run. That sounds absolutely amazing. So in this video, we're doing a hands-on with the box, quick unboxing and first impressions on said Garmin Venu X1. After that, I'm gonna be putting this bad boy to the At Home Lucas test to really figure out, is it something that you actually want to buy, or maybe you should skip it all entirely? I'm here for you, so don't have to waste your time buying and returning because we know how annoying that is. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's take a look at the Venu X1. Super hyped about this watch. Can't wait to get it out of the box. Let's take a closer look. Boom. All right, so you get a user manual, a power cable, and the watch itself. The first thing that you notice is that this only has 2 buttons on it. Yes, Garmin is basically 5 buttons at the minimum. They usually have 3 on one side, 2 on the other. So this one having only 2 buttons is a complete departure for Garmin. And then the next thing you notice is that this is all made out of solid metal from top to bottom. Feels absolutely amazing in the hand. And then of course you have this beautiful glass on the front. I believe it's sapphire glass, which is very premium, and you can just feel it right away. Everything about this watch is very lightweight yet dense. So it has this amazing feel to it. It's one of those things where you're like, I cannot wait to get this on the wrist and get it going. There's the sensor right there, power cable right here. And then boom, you get it powered up. You click on the English and then it's going to tell you to scan this with your phone. So this is how you're going to get it connected to your phone, which it needs to be for several things. But here we go. It went on the wrist so nicely, people. I was totally blown away. It went on perfectly and it was so comfortable right off the bat. So big 5 out of 5 stars for first impressions on this bad boy right here. Okay, let's run through the user interface real quick. So it's very simple and quite awesome. The Super AMOLED display right here is so vivid and vibrant. They really hit it out of the park with the clarity Just everything about it looks absolutely amazing. My filming of this is not going to do it justice, but you basically have this long scroll all the way down, and then you can actually edit it. So it's actually really cool. You can move things all the way back up to the top. You can remove things, and you can add stuff to it. To get back, you basically just swipe like this, which is also super, super intuitive. You swipe down from the top, and you're going to get over to your notifications. You swipe over, and you're going to get to your ability to jump straight into all of your workouts right here, which you can also edit completely. And then you have all of the stuff that this watch can do right here. Hold this button down right here. It's going to take you to your ability to turn this thing off, turn on and off your do not disturb, your Bluetooth, all that fun stuff right there. And then when you double tap it, it's going to take you straight into run, which is really cool. It's going to find the GPS, load that up. When you hold down the bottom right, it's going to turn on your flashlight. Yes, there's the red right there. You can then change it to white, and you can of course change the brightness all the way down till super low or all the way back up. So if you're doing some night runs, I would definitely recommend running with that on right there. Or if it is nighttime in your tent or something and you need to see something without waking yourself up, there you go. You have that ability. You hold this down again, and it turns right back on. And of course, you can change the watch face in the app. There's no ability to hold down to change the watch face. You can do it in the app, or you can just simply go right down here to watch face. If you tap on watch face, I tapped on something else. But there you go. That is it in a nutshell. Really simple and really awesome. I love the fact that you can just jump straight in here and get basically a full-blown weather app. That is really cool. And then, of course, all of your fitness stats are right here at a glance. Whoops. Right here at a glance. So you can come down to your health. You could check all that fun stuff. So it's just an amazing, very simple user interface. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, getting this thing set up to play music on the wrist was super, super easy. You literally just go into your Spotify, get it set up that way. Then you can literally go through your playlist and download songs straight onto your wrist. It is very, very simple and very seamless. And then the speaker, which we'll talk about later on, is actually quite good on the wrist. Of course, you can go straight in and pair your watch to Bluetooth headphones and listen that way. So if you're going for a run or a bike ride or whatnot, boom, you have your favorite music on your wrist. All you need is a pair of earbuds and nothing else. So definitely big 5 out of 5 stars for the Spotify. And of course, it's going to be the same if you have Amazon Music. I don't have that. I just have Spotify. So there you go. Super simple, really awesome. Okay, so if you have a spin bike, but you don't have a heart rate monitor paired up, don't worry. Just set it to bike indoor, go to the heart rate section, and boom, you can see where your heart rate is. So if you travel a lot and you go to gyms where there's spin bikes and you want to use your phone or your tablet and you don't have the ability to pair up any heart rate sensor to the spin bike, don't worry. Just do this and you can look down and they'll tell you, oh, you should be at heart rate zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. You just look down and know, wow, I'm doing really well. My heart rate is at zone 3, exactly where they say. So this allows you to basically use your spin bike or any spin bike and not have to worry about where your heart rate is. And then Garmin gives you all your stats. You're not going to get as many stats on this as you would if you were on a regular bike outdoors or if you're running, but still you're going to get those stats, which is really cool. And you're going to be able to compare them to your previous spin bike. So definitely love Garmin for all their stat heavy information. Got this thing paired up to my earbuds. First time going for a run where the watch is doing literally everything. I'm getting a little bit of glitching, but not bad. Just a little tiny bit here or there. Okay, this watch is absolutely amazing to run with. Super, super comfortable on the wrist. and ease to look down at and see exactly what's going on. Definitely 5 out of 5 stars for that Super AMOLED display while running. And then if you're new to Garmin and you don't know, they have all the stats, people, every single stat you could ever want. So if you're just getting into running and you want something to motivate you and get you more into it, and you're someone who likes all the stats, this is the watch for you. This is going to motivate you. You're going to be able to see stuff on here that you're like, whoa, I didn't even know you could calculate that. Yes, Garmin calculates that. So if anyone wants to tell you Garmin is not the best running watch on the planet, I don't know. They may be a little bit off. I think Garmin is the best. It is truly next level. So easy to run with.
Just finished a good run. Absolutely love the display, like I said. The glitching of the Bluetooth is definitely, it gets bad at times where it's a little glitched. It depends on where your arm is and a couple other things. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop it down to a 4 out of 5 stars because it's not as good as a phone. So if you run with your phone and you're used to having 0 glitches, right? You put this thing on, you may have way more than you signed up for. So they could probably update that with some software, but as of right now, I'm not like super blown away. I did download everything from Spotify, and I do have Spotify on lossless audio. I don't know if that caused anything. I may turn that off and try again. Also, I'll definitely try with other earbuds, but as of right now, it's a 4 out of 5.
Okay, let's talk about battery life. So they are not lying about the 8 days of battery life. Without doing any exercises, you're gonna get 8 days. And if you have your screen on any more than normal, you're gonna probably get a little bit less. So if you're someone who's a heavy watch user, meaning you're on your screen all the time, you might get a little bit less battery life, okay? But yeah, 8 days is definitely accurate. Now, if you run every single day for an hour or so, you're gonna cut that down by like, it's gonna be like 3 days. So the battery life is dependent on how much you actually use your GPS, your Bluetooth, and if you're running in full sun and your watch is, and you're constantly looking down at your watch and it's lighting up the whole time. Obviously, if you have always on display, that's going to take some more battery. So definitely take note of that. It is a amazing smartwatch, 8 days, but the moment you turn it into an activity watch, you're going to cut that in half, maybe even less than half, depending on how much you use it, which pretty much everyone knows. So battery life, I'm going to give it a solid 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, I've used this bad boy for long enough that I think about full star rating. Let's start off with the band itself. So they are not joking. You can get this thing soaking wet, and within a matter of minutes, it's completely dry again. It is the most comfortable band I've ever worn on my wrist. I have to give it a solid 5 out of 5 stars for sure. Garmin hit it out of the park. Just the way that this band also, if you can see it here, it sits underneath the entire watch. So when it pulls down, it's basically just pulling the sensor down onto your wrist, which is super, super comfortable. And like I said, I have very sensitive wrists, and this thing hit it out of the park. 5 out of 5 stars for comfort on the wrist. Let's talk about smartwatch features. So this is not going to give you every single thing that maybe an Apple Watch is going to give you, but it's going to give you enough information, enough stuff that you feel like you don't really need to go anywhere else. I absolutely love this watch. There's features on here that I don't use and may never use, but everything about it is just stellar. 5 stars. I love the fact that it's made out of solid metal, the entire thing. And then you have the sapphire glass on the front. Truly 5 out of 5 star watch. I'm going to recommend this to anyone who is, you don't even have to be into fitness. This is just an amazing, amazing watch. Highly recommended to everyone out there. Bye. Yeah. All right, there you go. That is the Garmin Venu X1. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to join the At Home Lucas family, we are going to 1 million subscribers and I need your help. Yes, you right there. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get to 1 million. I'm hoping to get there within the year. So mark this as the day that we together, you and me, took this channel to 1 million subscribers. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next awesome video. Peace out.